Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Q&A. How you doing today? Good afternoon to you too, Vitamax. Well, it's still morning technically, but in exactly 4 minutes, it'll be the afternoon. So what's up, guys? Are you ready to pester me with your questions? As always, I have a few things to say. Something about a blog of mine, something about a website of mine that I want to talk about. But we'll see, right? We'll wait until there's more people watching. Alright, so I only see 2 people in the chat. This is weird. Usually 1 minute after the stream has started, there's already like 5 people asking shit. I'm kidding. It's usually after like 10 minutes. Because YouTube takes forever to notify people that I'm live. It's like, oh, he's live? Oh, let's just wait. And they grab, they're drinking, like me. Like, oh, Erick, Landon, RP is live. Shouldn't you send a notification? But sir, it's been like 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 10. No, you know what? Make it 15. 10 my ass, no, 15 minutes. Let's wait 15 minutes and then send the notification. But sir, don't we have like a bunch of AI programs to do that? No, fuck the AI, man. Erick Landon's my boy here. I'm his handler, AI are for people who obey, who behave, who are politically correct. Motherfuckers like this douchebag, this Mexican douchebag. No. We manipulate his algorithm, his notification system, everything. Okay, sir, it's been 15 minutes. Should we send a notification? Nah. Thank you, Showstone Ross. I hope I didn't mispronounce your name. Shaw, I'm gonna call you Shaw. He says, I love your content. I think you definitely have an underrated channel. Yeah. Nowadays I do. I agree. I think a lot of my viewers will agree. Back in the good old days though, people will say my channel was overrated. But nowadays things have calmed down because I was, speaking about what I was telling, what I was impersonating like 5 seconds ago. It's true. I do have people who manipulate the channel and corrupt it and shadow ban me, so yeah. And it fits, being underrated, an underrated channel who speaks about underrated games and obscure hidden gems, Makes sense. Maybe that's why they did it, they did it on purpose. And we're like, nah, this guy, he doesn't want to talk about modern new games or the mainstream ones, Even though I just released a video about those. No. He wants to focus on hidden gems and underrated. Oh, then let's make his channel just like that. Well, I'm just gonna go on ranting about the unfortunate events my YouTube channel has been going through for the past 2 years until you start asking your goddamn questions. If you don't ask me anything, then I'll continue monologuing like a fucking madman. Hey, Scott. Hey, Tier. What's up? Hey, you members. Soon you'll have a bunch of, new videos. You will continue to get the Sephira Project. Episode 3 will be released soon, available for members, only on YouTube. Remember, this is something that only members on YouTube will get, not patrons, not Ko-fi supporters, no one except members. What is the Sephira Project? It's a visual novel that I did all the way back in 2011 using Gaia Online sprites. All my characters are my creation and the story is my own, don't worry. You can watch it. Just make sure to watch it on a full screen on your TV or on your computer, because back then I developed the series for that, for full screens, for big screens, not for fucking phones. Okay, you watch the visual novel on your phone, you're not gonna be able to read anything because the font is too small. And that's it. Wow, this is fucking loud! Inconsistent volume. Alright, your Suikoden content is high-key the best I seen out there. Really? Do you have any more of those videos coming? Maybe I missed them, but if you had videos describing the series, I'd watch on repeat. Yeah, I have a bunch of videos dedicated to the Suikoden series, though I am not sure which ones have you watched. I have the top 10 best Suikoden games, which included spin-off. This is a video I did like 8 years ago. I have the Suikoden worst to best video, ranked from worst to best. I have the Suikoden ranked from easiest to hardest. I have the where to start on Suikoden. And I have a tier list of Suikoden, and it included Wild Arms and Grandia, I believe. And what else have I done on Suikoden? I think that's it, a bunch of live streams on all of the games. I played all of the games live. I attempted to finish the second one, but I got soft locked in the bad ending, and I rage quit and I didn't finish the live stream. You can find it on my playlist section, on the live streams Let's Plays section. Yeah, I have a bunch of videos on Suikoden. I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like I did another Suikoden video, and I don't remember which one it is though. Oh yeah, the 10 things you didn't know about. I have 10 things you didn't know about Suikoden 1, Suikoden 2, and Suikoden 5. I never did one for 3. I should do one, but I guess I should wait until Konami decides to fucking remaster it or just re-release it on like PS4. Come on, I mean, what's the deal with these fucking companies, man? I mean, did you watch my video from 2 days ago? I did a video called 10 JRPGs that are still exclusive to PlayStation. They aren't on Switch, on whatever, you know, but if Konami doesn't want to port the Suikoden games to Suikoden 3, 4, and 5 to Switch or Steam or whatever, dude, at least just fucking put them out there digital on PS4 or PS5. Digital, that's all you need to do. You don't need to remaster them. You don't need to change anything to censor them, to nothing. Just grab the fucking game, put it there for $10 US plus motherfucking taxes. That's all we need from you, Konami. Is that too much to ask for? Well, you know, I can play the games all day long. I have a physical copy of all of them. I can emulate them. I don't need that, you know. But I know a lot of you are like anti-emulation because, you know, it's illegal. It's a crime. You don't want to commit a crime, you know, and you don't want to pay the big bucks for Suikoden 5, which still goes for like $100 nowadays. So I get it, you know, you need your games on digital on PS4 and PS5. So yeah, go to Konami's website and start bitching about it. Start telling them, hey, fuck you, Konami, fuck you, fucking piece of shit, you stupid fucking dickhead. Port the games. I've never written anything before. I'm a huge fan of books like Stormlight Archive, blah 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 blah. What advice would you give for initial writing tips for noobs? Do you honestly think I'm a good writer to give advice for noobs, considering my writing career is entered an indefinite hiatus? Is that how it's pronounced? Like 6 years ago? And I don't consider my writing career as a failure, but it was definitely not a successful career. So, for some reason, I think you're asking the wrong guy. I could give you tips on YouTube, on content creators, you know. But, I don't know. That's right, Shoston, that's exactly what you should do. Don't forget to say my name. Don't just say Erick. Just Erick Landon RPG, so they know who I am. They know who I am. They know. They reached out. Like on... Remember the Suikoden remasters? 1 and 2 remasters from March? Well, they reached out. What happened between Konami and I back then during that email conversation is private. but it happened. They know who I am. Konami knows me. Hey Queen. Konami is too busy raking in the big bucks with Yu-Gi-Oh! To care. Really? You're the first person to ever say that on the internet. Because for the past 20 years, people have been saying, Konami is just busy with pachinko machines. We're tired of that, so now you're gonna blame it on Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, that's new. Yeah, let's blame Konami for something else, come on. Enough of these pachinko machines meme. We've had enough. No problem, Clouds. Clouds, Clutch, Corner. No problem, don't worry about it, don't apologize. Are your books sold in your nearest Librerías Gandhi? No, it's a huge pain in the ass to put in there. On Gandhi or in, what was the other one? Porrua? No, it's a pain in the ass to put them there, and they just display one or two in like the darkest corner of the store. They don't give a shit about independent authors. And the conditions are like you gotta take like at least 50 copies so they can distribute them throughout the country, and they take a lot of money, and they're gonna sell your book for like $20, and I'm only gonna get like 5. So because I know a writer who did that, you know, years and years ago. He told me the whole thing, and he was like, it's pointless, don't do it, it's fucking pointless. Put your books on Amazon or websites, you know, and I was like, oh, that's exactly what I did. So my books are available on Amazon, physical, but if you want them digital, I can sell you the PDF files on Ko-fi. You can find a link in the description to my Ko-fi website. Just go there and you can buy them for $2, you know. Because if you buy them on Amazon, sure, you will get the ebook file, which might be better for your tablet or your ebook reader, whatever the hell you use when you read digital books. But if you do that, if you buy them on Amazon, you're gonna have to pay $3 plus taxes, I think. So it might be a little bit more. It's cheaper on Ko-fi, and I get the $2, you know, because if you buy them on Amazon, I only get like half. It's $3, and I get like 1.5. You know. Thank you, Vitamax. Appreciate that super chat. Of course, I'm amazing. Everybody knows that. Even Konami. Konami knows I'm amazing. So, yeah, Gandhi, Porrua, nearest libraries, you know, it's pointless, you know. Other independent authors have told me it's just fucking pointless. The best thing to do with your books is to post them on Amazon or on different websites and tell everybody, like my fans, like you guys, to buy them there. Or to go to like gaming or anime shows and get a table and sell them there. That's what I used to do back in the day. I have a bunch of pictures of me selling. Want to see them? You want to see my goddamn pictures? I'll show you just a little bit, a few of them. Because, you know, I don't see any goddamn questions in the chat, so... Now I see one. Why do you think it took so long for Konami to remaster the Suikoden series? In your opinion, it was only because of Eiyuden Chronicles that forced their hand. Yeah, that's everybody knows that. You know, when Eiyuden Chronicle, the game came out, everybody knew Konami was gonna do something, and they ended up doing something. They came up with this new Suikoden announcement. Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters, Suikoden 2 anime, Suikoden Star Leap. You know, it's like, oh, a revival of the Suikoden series all of a sudden after the success of Eiyuden Chronicle. It's pretty fucking obvious, so yeah, that's old news, everybody knows that. It's not just you, it's not just your opinion, man, it's a worldwide known fact that Konami did that. And it took them so long precisely because of that, because they convinced themselves the series was dead. Just like Bandai Namco believes that the world doesn't give a rat's ass about Xenosaga. When in reality they just don't want to admit that their trilogy is too politically incorrect and offensive nowadays for snowflake audiences. So that's why we haven't seen a remaster of the Xenosaga trilogy. I just answered that question because there's always a Xenosaga trilogy remaster question in my Q&As. You just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1. That's it, forget about Rebirth. Stick to Part 1 and that's it, that's all you need to know. Instead, go back to the original Final Fantasy VII and beat that instead. Do you have any games or TV shows you like to watch or play during the Christmas season? Not really, you know. I do have one review planned for Christmas, you know, but this year. But usually I don't do anything. I think what I do is go live and do a Christmas special Q&A live stream every December, you know, but I don't do anything. I celebrate Halloween. I do post a bunch of videos related to Halloween. I did a bunch of them 2 months ago, but Christmas, not really, just one live stream or one review and that's it. And about TV shows or games that I play, no. Same, like I don't care. Hey Gabo, Devil May Cry 22. Imagine, do you think you guys are gonna be alive when Devil May Cry 22 comes out? I won't. What are we on 5? You didn't know I made books? Yes, I do. I wrote a bunch of books. That sexy blondie you see back there, that's a book. That book is aimed at teenagers, you know. If you're a 40-year-old fart like me, you're gonna be like, oh, this is a bit cringe. But revive your inner hatred from when you were in high school or in your first job and you hated everybody, you know. And then a bunch of people ruined your life, so that's the book for you. Link to my books in the description, everybody. What are your plans for Christmas this year? Do you stay at your parents'? You know what I do every 25? I get severely drunk, like at midnight, starting midnight, and I take my motorbike. I have a badass bike, you know, and I go with my imaginary gang, wreaking havoc all around the city, shooting at people, you know, breaking windows, breaking stuff. We never kill anybody, no. We shoot at people. I said shoot at people, not kill. You know, and then I piss on their gardens, and then I leave a note saying fuck Konami, fuck Bandai Namco, fuck Square Enix, and a long list of all the companies that I hate. But on the top of the list, there's like this picture, as if this is the guy who pissed on their gardens, broke their windows, and shot at their people. Like this is the guy. This is the guy who did all of this, and then the list below: fuck Konami, this guy. That, you know, that guy, I leave that picture on their doors, on every single goddamn door around their neighborhood, you know? So they say, oh, this fucking Japanese motherfucker, this Asian dude did all of this? We gotta go to the police, man. It's one of my... Every year I plan something different to get Tetsuya Nomura arrested or fired from Square Enix. That's what I like to do on Christmas. What are your thoughts on the new mobile Suikoden game? I don't give a shit about it. You met GRRM one time. That's great, man. Super famous personality, GRRM. Everybody knows who that is. What are the names of your books? Where can I find them? On Amazon. Haven't I been saying that the entire stream? Link in the description to my books. Either you look me up on Amazon, like Erick Landon books or something, or you click on the link in the description. And if you want them physical or like on ebook format, but if you just want to read the PDF file, go to my Ko-fi website. My Ko-fi website, Ko-fi.com, it's in the description also in this live stream. You didn't like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Well, I was hoping, when I first played it, I was like, man, this is gonna be a big pile of dog shit. And it surpassed my expectations. It was like good. It wasn't great or anything, but it was good, you know. I liked it, you know, but it was like, when I finished it, I was like, that's it. I'll stick to the original. Liking the extra free time every other Sunday? No. The reason why I went back to doing these Q&As every other Sunday is because The Sundays where I don't go live, I am very extremely busy planning my strategies to take down Tetsuya Nomura, man. Super busy, man. Hey, isn't there a catchphrase for that? Like, no rest for the wicked? I'm busy all the time, like Pinky in the Brain, man. Planning world domination to get rid of wokeness, you know, and change the world for the better. So we can have free speech and zero censorship in the entire world. But to achieve that, I need to get to the bottom, to the very bottom of the problem, which is Tetsuya Nomura. Two of my books were inspired by Suikoden and Fire Emblem. They're called Terra Gaiden and the Revenant Army. You know? Inspired by. More like influenced by. Okay, my stories are my own, my characters are my own. In fact, the stories are different. There's some dark fantasy stuff in there. I just took some influence from Suikoden and Fire Emblem when I wrote those books 11 years ago. Oh, that's why you didn't like Rebirth? I didn't like it because it's politicized. Full of woke bullshit, man. Am I... No, it's too soon yet. I'm gonna wait for, like, more people to join. A few things to say. I have an announcement to make. No, it's not an announcement, it's just something I've been working on lately and I want to show it to you guys. Okay? So... let's just wait. Let's be patient. How do you spend your whole day, man? Haven't you been paying attention, man? What I do in my days is write reviews, write top 10s, appear live to answer questions, and the rest of my time, my precious goddamn time, I spend trying to take down Tetsuya Nomura. And hating on Konami and Bandai Namco. That's what I do with my whole damn day, man. You don't believe me, dude? I should show you guys the other side of the room, because right now you can only see this side. You can't see that side or this side. There's nothing but, you know, boards, whiteboards, you know, where I write down my strategies and where all Tetsuya Nomura's schedule, you know. That's what I do. Do I like to cook? I don't have time to cook. I Uber Eats every single day. Square Enix has been diving down so much. I am not a fan of any JRPG company anymore. They're all garbage nowadays. Even Falcom. Falcom takes ESG money, so fuck them. I like Kemco. Do you like Kemco? You guys like Kemco? I like Kemco. That's the only company I still have some respect for. Ooh, Ubisoft! I'm the biggest fucking fan, man. Why didn't you bring it up? It's time to come clean. Yeah, dude, I'm a closet Ubisoft fan. I admit it, it's time. It's time. I even took a fly. I flew all the way to China because China owns Ubisoft nowadays. So I took a plane to China just so the guys from Ubisoft could sign my Assassin's Creed Shadows copy. I have it displayed right here. You can't see it. I'm too ashamed to admit it. I fucking love Ubisoft. What can I say? God damn it, man. Machine Knight? No, man, Machine Knight is not, it's like meh. Look, I'm about to put out a video next Friday, and there's a good Kemco RPG in there. Wait for it. Wait for my review. Oh yeah, I talked about that already yesterday on Twitch. No, yesterday here on YouTube. 2 days ago on Twitch about the Berseria censorship. Yeah, it's gonna have the same censorship it had 6 years ago. Oddly offensive, you believe me, 100%. Right? Ain't it about time I came clean to you guys? It's time for transparency, you know? What's your favorite Tales of Anime opening? I don't know, man. I usually don't like the anime openings in the Tales games because most of them have this idol song that I don't like. But wait a second. I like the Legendia one. I mean, it's not coincidence. It's also my favorite Tales game. But even the Tales of Berseria opening theme is like, I have mixed feelings about it. You know, should have been edgy. Should have been like a rock band, like the band who did the opening of Death Note 20 years ago, you know, kind of like that. So yeah, my favorite Tales opening is probably Legendia. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of anime openings of or JRPG openings. I usually skip them, you know. It's just idle bullshit. You can't stand how the Tales games spoil all of your party members on the cover or in the openings. Well, that's not just the Tales series, man. It's usually most JRPGs. They spoil all the characters. They show them to you. But don't you? I mean, it is the exact. It causes the exact opposite effect of you. You know, for a lot of people, it's like, oh man, that's gonna be one of my party members. That sexy girl with a bikini and huge tits and ass. Wow, and she's gonna be like joining you until the very end of the fucking game. Oh, that character that looks badass and edgy, you know, like, oh, that's gonna be a party member. Oh man, I can't wait to get that guy. So, to each their own. I skip all the openings. So. Oh yeah, Grandia 3, infamous for having one of the worst JRPG openings of all time. Tales of Exilia 1 and 2 are your favorite openings? Oh, interesting. I don't even remember, man. I don't think I ever watched them. I probably just downloaded them to use in my video. 10 things you didn't know about Tales of Exilia 1 and 2. You would marry Ludger? Just saying. You would marry Ludger? Yeah, he seems like a good guy. He will probably make a good husband, right? Me, I will probably marry Mila. No, not really. I couldn't stand Mila going out dressed like that. Although you want to dress like that, you dress like that when we're in private alone. You can dress like that all day long, but outside, no. Well, because I know man. Everybody's gonna be staring at her. No, I can't stand that. I will probably marry... Who'll be my wife in Tales of Exilia? In the Tales of Exilia universe? I will marry Pressa. Fuck it. Pressa, I'm okay. She can go out dressed like that. Everybody's gonna be staring at her. Anyway. I don't know. It's like it's unavoidable. She's that kind of character. Her way of dressing is I mean, she's like that. Mila doesn't make any sense. She's just a warrior believing she's the lord of spirits, you know, and going around. Why would she dress like that? Makes no fucking sense, right? But Pressa is like she fucking chose those clothes. Consciously. Oh, I love this song. JDK? I was gonna ask the same thing. Isn't that the Falcom Sound team? I think it's that. Falcom Sound team JDK. Please share with us your opinion, your disappointment with Metroid Prime 4, man. Share it with everybody here. We would love to know. Let me take a wild guess. Samus is a black lesbian now. Non-binary. Is that why you're disappointed? Yeah, I made you guys laugh. Well, there's 45 people watching. You want to see my... You want to see my blog? How do I do this? Well, wait. Tetsuya Nomura. Say goodbye to Tetsuya Nomura. Hey, bye, Tetsuya Nomura. I'll get you next time, man. I'll get you next time, you piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Let's get the fuck out of my stream, man. Fucking Nomura, piece of shit. Fuck out of here. Wait, I gotta wait a second. Okay, yeah, there we go. You can't stand that, dude. You have to pay 30 bucks for an amiibo just to hear the desert music? Really? Do you gravitate towards melee, ranged, or magic in other games? No, I like to have a balanced party. You know, I'm a JRPG player, you know, I want to have one of each. Okay, guys, so if you go to my blog right now, my website, link in the description to my website, you're gonna find this fucking thing. Okay, that. Wait a second. Alright, wait. This is what happens when you do shit live, man. No. There, finally. Alright, so that's a really old... This fucking picture, man, this is a really old picture. I should change it. This is like 2018. Oh my god. So go to my link to my blog in the description. If you can't see it, I'm gonna leave the link in the chat because you guys just fucking hate checking out the descriptions. It's like I'm too lazy to click on the description, you know. Well, you too lazy to click on that link? If you are, then okay, fuck you. So, most of you know my blog because you go immediately to this part, which is the RPG score section. You know, to watch all of these fucking... I have over 500 RPGs ranked here, all the way from the bottom of the barrel, which are like Virtual Highlight, Time and Eternity, Draken, you know. 5 is the lowest amount, which it's pretty much 0. Well, at least Time and Eternity has the equivalent of a 0.2. And then all of this, yeah. And as you can see, some of the games have underlined in blue color because if you click on them, it'll take you to a review, to the video review that I've done. You know, some of these will take you to my podcast, but the large majority are regular between 5 and 15 minute long reviews. Like, I don't know, some are really old. Here's a Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones GBA video. That's a review that I did like 8 years ago, so it's really old. Others are more recent, like Triangle Strategy, you know, Trails into Reverie, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Octopath Traveler 2, you know the drill. Oh, in case you want to support me, you know, here's the support this damn website thing. You know, it's a Ko-fi. You don't even have to go to a different website. You can do it right here, one time or monthly. You know, just give me a tip. It's like, this works exactly like the super chats work here on YouTube. You just go donate here, any amount you want. Your name, your nickname, your message. Say, fuck you, Erick Landon, I fucking hate you. I'm tired of you bitching about wokeness all day long. So you can say that if you want to. Or you can say in a private message, like, I want to fuck you so fucking bad in the ass one of these days. Please meet me at 26th Street in New York at midnight. You can do that as well. Any message you want to send me, you know, this is a Ko-fi. If you can't see this fucking thing, there's this big button here that says support me, and it'll take you to that, you know, right? Come on, do it for the sake of these girls here. You can see Harley, Velvet, Lean, and Geisha. Geisha is from my book, Nick's Inferno. So in these other sections, you know, there's my biography. Stop believing the bullshit on Reddit about me. This is the truth, objective truth. No subjective, no, hey, I'm Erick Landon and I'm an awesome guy. No, it's like everything that I've got my entire career, you know, all my biography, it's super long as fuck. I know you have no time for that. There's this blacklist here. All the JRPGs with woke bullshit or woke censorship are here. And with most of them have evidence, you know, like Final Fantasy 16, you know, Persona 3 Reload, Eiyuden Chronicle, etc., you know. Anyway, my other websites here, like Twitch, Patreon, Ko-fi, and Instagram. Yeah, I have an Instagram account, but what I really want to show you, the new stuff that most of you haven't seen is this, you know, I've been doing this. Oh, come on, take your time to load the videos, man. Thank you, blogger. So I've been doing this one per day. I'll be doing this every single day, you know, these posts. Like Chrono Cross, for example. And there's a video that links you to the review. And then Chrono Cross score 9.8, because to me 10 out of 10 is a lie, that doesn't exist. So 9.8, that's as close as it gets. It's the highest score game. And it's an explanation here, you know, like, not an explanation, but you can see like, okay, why 9.8? Because I gave 10 to the story, 10, blah, blah, blah. The result is overwhelmingly positive, a masterpiece, you know, and you say click on the video to watch the review. It is based on all versions, including the remasters. And it shows here in which platforms you can play each game. So Chrono Cross can be played on PS1, PS3 or PS Vita digital, no longer on PSP anymore unless you're doing emulation. PS4, the remaster, the very Radical Dreamers edition, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and Steam, you know. And then you get Valkyrie Profile 2, same score. You know, overwhelmingly positive. Click on the video to watch the review. Maybe I should write something about the game, like Valkyrie Profile is a turn-based RPG and blah blah blah. Like, I don't know, like a very, very short Wikipedia style of article, but I don't know. Grow Lancer, you know, same. Here's a video. Suikoden, some of these aren't reviews, you know, this video about Suikoden 5 is the 10 things you didn't know about it, because I don't have an official Suikoden 5 review. I have reviewed this game several times in the past, in a lot of top 10s, but not, it needs its own individual review. Maybe one day, Final Fantasy 9, same, and most recently Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. So, in other words, all the games that are like here, from best to worst, I'll be adding them here, you know, with a video so you can watch the review or whatever. This is not a review either, by the way. The best Fire Emblem, remember, this is a live stream. It says here, click on the video for a live stream of it. A review will be added soon. When fucking Nintendo decides to release Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on the Switch online, as they promised back in June. It's December and they haven't done it because fucking Nintendo. Right? So, yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. So, back to your goddamn question. Link in the description to that. Alright? Alright, there you go. That's it. How many questions and donations did I miss? Oh, there's like 7 donations, each about $100. No, there's none. So I'm leaving. Dragon's Crown, always magic. Dragon's Crown is there. You still look like that? It's fine. Nah, it needs a new picture. I aged well. I aged decently. I'm still playable. I'm still worth playing nowadays. Tales of Arise is one of the lowest selling Tales of games in Japan. I don't think so. I think it sold like 2 or 3 million copies worldwide. That's not a fact. You're lying. Three games above Suikoden 5. That's right. Oh, that's your favorite, isn't it? Yeah, 3 games. Chrono Cross, Valkyrie 2, and Grow Lancer. Yes, they're better than Suikoden 5. Then don't play it, oddly offensive. Why are you even playing it? Draken is the true 0 out of 10 JRPG game. Especially because it's not really a JRPG. It's just a port Kemco did back in the 90s. Of an old French game, point and click. Hi Erick, could you share your thoughts about that potential Chrono Trigger remake? Thanks. It's gonna be ruined by wokeness. Those are my thoughts. You're welcome. Been listening to you and enjoying your Rex for years. My Rex. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I also enjoy when you get a little political. Being tired of the woke shit for years and years. I don't get political, I get anti-political. The people who get political are the ones who pick a side and defend it. Me, I'm like, fuck everybody. A couple of sentences summarizing the gameplay and story will fit well. Okay. If you were GSP, you will leave for not getting enough donations. Who is GSP, man? Who are these people you mentioned? DSP? Who are those guys? DSP? Last RPG you bought was Chrono Trigger for the DS. The Japanese copy, I don't know how much it goes for, but I remember the North American version of Chrono Trigger on the Nintendo DS is a bit expensive. It still goes for about like $80, right? It's a bit expensive. Not as expensive as a Super Nintendo release though. Since you started playing on your new laptop, it isn't exactly new, it's a 1 year old. That what you call new? Anyway. What RPG has surprised you? A lot. You didn't watch my video on 10 JRPGs that surpassed my expectations? That was like a month ago. Less than a month ago. Do you play any cozy games? What's your definition of a cozy game? I don't find video games cozy. I find them dude, that's how I find out when some of you don't watch my live streams on Twitch or on YouTube. All I do is yell at games and get angry and rage. You know? The fuck you mean cozy? I even rage. 2 days ago I played a Fire Emblem game. You know, I was raging so hard in a game. And I was like, I gotta play something to relax. A cozy game. And I ended up playing a Fire Emblem hack. And all I did was rage. Yeah. You picked up Dragon's Crown on PS5, like €5. Digital? Obviously, right? Because Dragon's Crown has no physical release on PS5, only on PS4, 3, and Vita. Right. Where does Final Fantasy X sit with you? Well, go to my website. If you go to my website, to the RPG score section and click Control on your keyboard and F, Control F, CTRL-F at the same time, type Final Fantasy X and you'll find my score. You pay $55 for Chrono Trigger Japanese. Oh, so even the Japanese version is not cheap. Yeah, the North American release is more expensive. It's like $80. Oh, thanks for letting everybody know, Ryan. It's great trivia, man. Because we were dying to know who that streamer was. Now we know. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, I see. Athis. Once the Q&A is over, you'll look up the video. Thanks. I played Dragon's Crown with my buddy Oscar. We finished it. Dragon's Crown is the only RPG I've ever finished with Oscar. He's not really into RPGs. I should try a cozy town builder like Frostpunk. But Frostpunk will kill me, says another user. Okay. I am not playing Octopath Zero. It's not even developed by Acquire anymore. It's not as fun as by yourself. Dragon's Crown? I don't know. I did a full playthrough of it live here on YouTube. Really, 6-7 years ago. Actually, you can still find it. You know, my full playthrough of it. So yeah, I think it's fun. It's a bit more fun playing with somebody else, I'll give you that, you know, but I think it's really fun playing by yourself with Dragon's Crown. Playing Dragon's Crown by yourself. That's what I meant to say. I can barely hear this song, Growlancer. What the fuck? I was gonna tell you guys something else and I forgot. I told you guys about my website, Ko-fi. You can support me on Ko-fi. I mean, Ko-fi is there just in case you guys are like, I don't want to support you on Patreon because it forces me to do it every month. I just want to give you $1 miserable US dollar, and that's it, Eric. How can I do that? And I don't want to do it on YouTube because YouTube keeps 30%. That means I'll only get like 70 cents. 0.70, that's what I'll get, you know. You don't want that? Ko-fi. You know, I'll get the whole dollar, man. And your message and your rant and whatever you want to say. I mean, it's there. It says your nickname. I mean, it fucking does, you know? Right? It's right here. Support Erick Landon one time. Your nickname, you can say, your nickname could be I hate Erick Landon RPG hater #1. Your message, I really fucking despise you, you Mexican piece of shit. I hope you fucking die. You racist, homophobe, misogynist, sexist. What else is there? The whole woke alphabet, you know. All the insults you can hear. You can do that, you know, for $1. Alright? So yeah, do that. Do you ever look for games similar to the non-RPGs that you like Little Nightmares? How is Little Nightmares similar to an RPG? I don't understand your question. Are you trying to ask me if I play games that are not RPGs? Dragon's Crown Pro PS4 PAL. Brand new factory sealed copy is being sold for $11.5 in India. Pick it up, man, that's a good price. US dollars, though? 11.5 American US dollars? I don't know the currency in India, though. Maybe 11.5 US dollars in India. Oh, yes, they pick it up. Definitely, man, yeah. That's a good price. He usually sells for like 15 or 20, you know. 20 at least. Sealed, 20. It's a $20 game. Go to price charting, you know, I recommend using price charting. Oh, that's what you meant, Fantonium. Oh, okay. Those million copies were for Western regions, not Japan. Okay, man. So Japan doesn't give a shit about the Tales series anymore. They only care about Sakura Sokibus and Genshin Impact. You should try Monarch, it's very cozy. Definitely. If you make time to play more of those games. Oh, here's another user that doesn't watch my live stream, especially not on Twitch. Go to my Twitch channel, Leo, and your question will be answered. Legend of Dragoon Combat is so slowed down. How do you have patience for all games? I don't know, man, because they aren't politicized. I'd rather play something old than new. Monarch! Here we go. Somebody asked me about Monarch. Monarch. Why can't I find Dragon Age the Veilguard on your website? Oh! It's not there? Oh my god! That's like the best game ever from last year! And I forgot to include it? Or maybe that's why, because I assume everybody knows it's the best fucking game ever. It doesn't need to be there. I mean, everybody should assume. That's the only 10 out of 10 game. I don't need to put it there. It will be stupid. Like, oh, do you really need to add Veilguard, the over supreme ultimate masterpiece of all time there? Come on. It's too obvious. Doesn't need to be there. But if for some reason you don't understand my sarcasm, it is there actually in the blacklist. What RPG inspired you to make Hamilton? Do you think JRPGs are having a comeuppance? Seems like they're becoming more popular than in recent years. I don't know, man. I stopped caring some time ago. Monarch was alright, but way too much grinding. Well, I have a review of it, you know. I did a full review of Monarch recently. I was like a few months ago. And you get my full thoughts on Monarch. Because if I start talking about Monarch here in this live stream, people are gonna leave. Yeah, because they're tired of me talking about Monarch. They can't stand it anymore. It's like, oh my god, don't ask Eric about Monarch. Somebody probably said that when they read the Monarch comments, they were like, no, don't bring up Monarch to Eric. Don't mention that game to Eric, please. No, here we go again. Can you explain how you made the Sephira project? Because you pretty much created your own game. Well, it's not really a game. It's a visual. I call it a visual novel, but it's not a video game. It's just videos. It's something you can watch. But it is done in a visual novel style, as in a JRPG dialogue style. There's dialogue boxes and backgrounds, you know, and stuff. But there's no animation. There's still images. That's it. Just wallpapers, you know, screenshots, and the characters talking, you know. So and I made it with, I don't even remember. I think I made it with Paint. I'm pretty sure I did it with Paint, Microsoft Paint, way back in 2011. I wish it could be a game though, but it would need to have its own original characters. I couldn't use those sprites because they belong to Gaia Online. The sprite belongs to Gaia Online. The design belongs to me, you know, but the sprite belongs to Gaia Online. So I would love to turn it into a game, especially an RPG. Forget about a visual novel. No, if I was gonna turn Sephira project into an RPG, into a video game, it would be an RPG. And how do you know about the Sephira project? You're not a member. Or were you a member before and you watched the first 2 episodes? So that's how I did the Sephira project. All I did was just that, you know. I did it on Paint. I cut every character portrait. It was hard, you know. It usually took me like 1 or 2 days to do one 20-minute long episode. Do you play the Macross Triangle Frontier games in PSP? No, I didn't even know they existed. Did you start Ender Magnolia after you finished Ender Lilies? I wanted to, but the ROM wouldn't work. I downloaded the ROM from 3 different Switch ROM websites. It didn't work. It froze on the first screen. Didn't even get to the game's menu. It just showed the publisher's name and it froze. I don't know if it was a problem with Ryujinx, the emulator, or the ROM itself, or my laptop can't run the game because it's too much for this laptop. I don't know, but it just didn't work, man. Ender Magnolia. And I've been looking up for physical copies of it, but it's a bit expensive here in Mexico. It's like super expensive here. I saw it on Black Friday for... how much was it? $40, but I was like, nah. I'm gonna have to wait for the price to drop. And I know it's digital, you know, but it's expensive. I saw it on Steam for like $10, but you know how I feel about digital games. $5 max or GTFO. But I still want to play Ender Magnolia, and I will at some point. Have you ever considered doing one stream a week playing games with viewers? Oh yeah. Do you think wokeness will go out of fashion soon and will be treated to an era of extremely offensive degenerate games? Unfortunately, no. The people who created all of that and divided society have way too much power to let it go. So I don't think so, unfortunately. I wish, you know, a man can dream, right? It'll go away at some point, but I don't think so. My history video? What? You can make the RPG if you have the whole story set up. Hey, nice to see you back here again, man. So on Biased Arcade, I played his game last night. Here on YouTube, you can find it. It's called Deathbound Despair. What was it? What? It's a weird name. And sure, you know, I can write the story. We can work something out. Definitely. But it wouldn't be a roguelike. But what would you use? Are you gonna use RPG Maker? You know, I have no problem, you know, I like how RPG Maker games look and play. I would love to have my first RPG game ever made with a story that I wrote on RPG Maker, but the truth is that most people don't care for that. But we'll see if it's my story. Pretty sure a million people will buy it. No, seriously, you know, I've been looking for somebody to make my story on RPG. So I'll be down for it. With anybody with a little bit of experience in RPGs. Just fucking yeah, hell yeah. Probably wait for a Christmas, New Year's sale. Yeah, do you ever buy from VGP? Video Games Plus? No, because they send everything through the regular postal service, and it's horrendous here in Mexico. It's fucking evil, man. The postal service in Mexico is evil. Don't get me started, man. I hate it passionately. It pisses me off to even talk about it. I would love to buy games from that website, you know, but it's just terrible, you know, for us in Mexico. What do I think about the upcoming Steam machine? I didn't even know about it until somebody mentioned it last weekend. Somebody mentioned it somewhere in one of my live streams, I don't know, probably on Twitch. Well, social justice warriors have always existed and will always exist. Dude, I was just reading about... You know, I've been watching the very first seasons of Law & Order. From 1990, 1991, the very first ones, you know. And the actor who plays the ADA, the attorney, Michael Moriarty, you know, dude, he's one of my heroes now. Back in 1994, he, a judge, a social justice warrior who was a judge, decided that the Law & Order series was too violent and she wanted to censor the show. And so Michael Moriarty, who had no business doing that because he's just an actor of the show, he fought against that. And he established some kind of organization for other actors to join in and fight against censorship, against social justice warrior bullshit. You know, woke bullshit, you know, like to fight censorship, like come on. So those guys have always been existing. They've been there since forever and will never stop. Most of them, not all of them, most of them I feel like they're paid by the government or somebody with power, you know, like I'm gonna pay these motherfuckers to rile people up with climate change, you know, because that's how the government keeps society divided. Because a divided society is way easier to control than a unified, smart, intelligent society. So what do? They hire these fucking clowns and they put them anywhere, you know, in all the fucking websites nowadays, you know, social media, you know, riling everybody up. I mean, who's to say some of the most famous or infamous woke assholes aren't fucking pawns of the government? Ben Stone, that's right. That's the character Michael Moriarty plays in Law & Order. Ben Stone. Anyway, we can use the best engine for the game. I know Unity, RPG Maker, Godot, and aren't some of those like extremely woke? Like Godot, for example? I could be wrong though. I've read some really bad things about some of those engines. I'd rather not use any engine that's gonna censor us or that supports censorship. So, but yeah, we can talk about it, man. Send me an email. This Q&A live stream is obviously not the best place to talk about that. Counter gangs. That's right, The Last of Us. Your I don't give a fuck attitude, it really inspires me. Maybe you got it wrong, man. Maybe I do give a fuck. That's why I rant about it. That's why I get so angry about certain topics. Like Tetsuya Nomura. Okay, that's it. Hello, Eka. Fuck. Enough is enough. Yeah, but we do get to see a lot of I don't give a fuck attitude. Even from you guys. I think some of you guys are way worse than me. When it comes to I don't give a fuck attitudes, Jesus, man. Like I'm nothing compared to some of you guys. I mean, at least that's what I see. But you know what I don't see? Super chats. A confession of love for Nomura? I don't know about that, Phantonium. I think nowadays all games with political content are great according to journalists. Your game doesn't have any political bullshit on it, or sexy outfits, sexy girls, or no, it's bad. Game bad. Sexy, huh? Oh, look at the song we're listening to from Fate Extra. My review got destroyed by YouTube, shadow banned, and I was like, oh, really? Why? Because too much sexiness. And I admit, you know, the review has a lot of sexy stuff in it. There's a girl with ginormous boobs that saber in a thong. Yeah, I showed that in the review, and of course YouTube destroyed the video, it's shadow banned. It didn't demonetize it though. You know what YouTube demonetized? My Rage compilation video. I don't know if you guys saw this fucking thumbnail, you probably didn't, but because YouTube destroyed the video. But you must have seen it, right? I did a Rage compilation video like 2 months ago with a thumbnail that I don't like. I want to change it, but what's the point? The video is demonetized. Let me look it up. Let me find it. There we go. So I'm sure you guys saw this fucking thumbnail. You know, this. So I did this video and it got like 2,500 views and it demonetized. Demonetized, not shadow banned, demonetized. I am making no money out of this fucking video anymore. I'm surprised they didn't block the video. You know? But my Fate Extra review, it wasn't demonetized. Instead it was shadow banned. It was a failure. It's got like 3,600 views, which is a failure, you know. And why? Because of all the sexiness. So that's right. How long were you posing for that photo? Like 2 seconds? Not a great photo though. I don't know, I want to change it, but what's the point? It's demonetized. And that's why I have an announcement to make. I have, believe it or not, that's not the only Rage compilation that I have. That one's gonna stay public. Hopefully people can find it through the course of time. Yeah, it's free for everybody to watch. But I made like 5 or 6 more compilations. That's how often I rage in my streams. I can do this forever. I can make an entire channel dedicated on nothing but rage clips, you know? So I did a bunch of more compilations because initially I was uploading my clips separately, like 1 minute long clips, 40 seconds clips, or 2 minute long clips on TikTok. But TikTok is just like YouTube. It doesn't like them because they are offensive. Too many F-bombs for the TikTok snowflakes. So it kind of started shadow banning them and I gave up. And I was like, should I post them on Instagram? Nah, I don't want to risk it because Mark Zuckerberg is probably going to get offended because of so many fucking F-bombs. From a guy getting like 50 views per clip. 100 views per clip. Yeah, poor those... Oh, what if 10 people out of those 100 viewers, you know, get offended? Oh, we have to protect those 10 people from Erick Landon's F-bombs and anger and rage, you know, apparently. Dude, I understand YouTube. The video got 2,500 views. So 2,500 people watched the video. I understand if they're like, oh, maybe 1,000 people are gonna get offended. We need to protect 1,000 people. But on TikTok, my clips get like 75 views, 100 views. Who gives a shit? Why will TikTok give a shit about my clips? So I'm not gonna post them on Instagram. So I start posting them on Rumble, but Rumble, no one gives a fuck about Rumble. No one cares. Nobody even knows the platform. And of course, my clips got like 5 views. So yeah, I've decided to release them in the forms of compilations, but these compilations are gonna have to be for members only. Because that's the only way I'll be able to make a little bit of money out of these fucking compilations. It takes a while to get compilations, you know. I need to get my live stream, put it on the editing software. Yeah, I know, poor me, it takes forever, you know. It's a lot of work and sweat to do these fucking compilations, you know. And I need to find the moments where I rage and edit them, you know. So it's work. It takes a while to make these compilations and these clips, you know. So the only way to make money is to give them to patrons and members on YouTube. You want to watch them? Right now I haven't uploaded any, but I will upload one soon to Patreon and to members. The exact same compilation will be available. All of them will be available on both websites, Patreon and members. So you want to see me rage in a compilation? Fucking pay me! Now even PayPal wants to tell us what to play. Really? Oh my god. Fucking PayPal, man. What happens when you take down and re-upload a demonetized video? I guess you won't get views since people already tuned in. Okay, that's an interesting question. When you take down and re-upload a demonetized video, if you change nothing, trust me, it gets demonetized immediately again. Because that's a video, I mean, YouTube has this kind of AI program or something to identify the video already. So people have tried that in the past, you know, to take down a video and re-upload it to see if it gets monetized or if it goes under YouTube's radar. No, they got good, man. They got very good, trust me, and they will demonetize it again. I did it a long time ago. This was back in 2019. I did speaking about rage compilation videos, you know, I did one for Nier Automata, which wasn't a rage compilation video, more like a funny moments compilation video of my live stream of Nier Automata. Automata. It's pronounced as Automata. So, and since it's too sexy, and I was talking about Yoko Taro wanting to do a porn movie, and I said a lot of things that were offensive, and this is 2019, 6 years ago. And I uploaded the video, and it got demonetized after like 3,000 views. And I took it down, and I waited a few months, and I re-uploaded it again, and this time, not even one view, demonetized immediately. So, I didn't give up. I waited years, like 4 years. I think I re-uploaded the clip, the video, like last year or 2 years ago. I don't remember. It wasn't that long ago. Same fucking thing. And I changed it a little bit. I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. I self-censored the video, you know. I changed this and that, you know. Most of it was left intact, though. I was like, maybe I can't say this fucking porn stuff or F-bomb at the beginning of the video. Maybe I'll change it, you know, and I changed that. No. Even despite the changes, I uploaded the video, demonetized again. Fuck. So at this point, might as well do an entirely new video. based on the same video. Remake your own video and remove all the political incorrectness, and maybe it'll get monetized. Maybe YouTube won't care. So no, man, that was a good question. People should know that's what YouTube does. If you guys are YouTubers and have a demonetized video because it's offensive or whatever, it's over. You're fucked. The one thing you can do is take down the video and censor the fuck out of it. Because you know what I fucking hate about YouTube nowadays? Because back in the day, they used to tell you, hey, why was my video demonetized? Oh, because of this, and that. Oh, thank you, I'll change it. You know, but nowadays it's like, no, fuck you. Why was the video demonetized? It was demonetized, that's all you should know. But why? It doesn't comply with our guidelines. Tell me what part of my video offended you so much so I can take it out, so I can edit it out. No, they don't even tell you. That's what they did to me with my video 2 years ago. Top 10 hidden JRPG gems, mature rated. Remember that? Demonetized. And why? No explanation was ever given. That's what happens, man. And also, the other part of your question, you said, I guess he won't get views since people already tuned in. Yeah, even if the video wasn't demonetized, I have re-uploaded videos in the past. They weren't demonetized, and they failed, because people remember them. A lot of people are like, hey, wait a second. I watched this video like 5 years ago, and a lot of people remember that. And they don't watch the video anymore, so it fails. Re-uploading videos without any changes to them, it's not a good idea, especially not nowadays. It's a terrible idea. That's why whenever I re-upload videos, at least I try to add something new or change it, and I do that often. You know, I do it like once a month. And I change things around, or I don't know. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like I remember, let me give you an example. I did a video called 10 JRPGs you didn't know from this fucking video. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna see the thumbnail right now. You're gonna be like, I didn't watch that because it failed. It didn't fail that hard though. I don't know if you watched this video. 10 JRPGs you didn't know from popular series, you know? Yeah, the one with the Final Fantasy Dragon Quest Monopoly video game. Pretty sure some of you watched this video. You remember it, you know? But this was basically half of the games in that video were from another video that I deleted like a year ago, and the other half was like brand new, like the Monopoly game. That was brand new. So what the fuck is wrong with the music? There we go. Like a whole segment of silence in the song. Okay. So even when you change things around from older videos, you re-upload them and you add stuff, take out stuff, you transform them. It may work, it may not work, you know. There, that's my trivia for YouTubers out there. Wait, I missed a bunch of questions. You love all the Rage compilations, game that made you rage quit? Oh, no, this is different, Queen. These are compilations, Rage compilations that I've been doing. Of the one that I just talked about are about the live streams, when I play games live and I rage. Those moments. These are nothing to do with the Rage Quit top 10s that I did years ago. 5-second Google search and it pulls it right up. What? Pulls what up? The original... wait. Have you heard of the AI tool for searching videos to make clips called Vizard? No? I don't know of that. I still use the same editing software I've been using for 10 years. The original Tales of Destiny is the best-selling Tales game in Japan. Was it that great? The original PS1 game? I don't know. I don't think so. Watch my review. I just did a review of both versions, PS1 and PS2 remake. YouTube once stopped your Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon review from uploading. You had something like good game for kids in the description, only... Oh! Yeah, whenever you say anything about kids, yeah, YouTube is extremely anal about that, man. Yeah. YouTube is getting ridiculous day by day. Has been on that day by day route for the past 7 years-ish. The ads on YouTube are really bad now. Couldn't agree more. Oh, the Rage Quit video? You googled it and it showed up even though it's demonetized and shadow banned? The Rage Quit... What? Fuck. Google show you that? That's interesting. If I search myself, nothing shows up except my haters club on Reddit. Hey, I know you watch the Q&A live streams religiously, my haters. I salute you. Thank you. You are some of my biggest fans. Keep hating me on Reddit. Have you played Arx Fatalis? No, never heard about it. Bizard will pull out clips for you. Should cut down on search or tracking down timestamps. Interesting, I'll look it up and see if it works for me. YouTube still makes money out of your demonetized videos. They do. I know that. YouTube never loses, man. They always make money and they always win. They're that powerful. It's Google. The most powerful company in the world. Up there with Microsoft and Amazon. Come on, man. Erick Landon Rage compilation, and it showed up. Cool. So it's still showing up the video because they're still making money out of it. Even though it's not gonna get any views. It's way too offensive. I get it, I admit there's too many F-bombs in the video. All I do is yell fuck at the game, and get angry. So anyway, because YouTube will demonetize... Oh, and I also uploaded one of the clips on my second channel, demonetized after like 120 views. 120 views. Demonetized. Why bother? I don't understand YouTube, man. It's like, why bother? 120 views, who gives a shit? How much money did I make? $0.00001 for that video. Oh my god, YouTube. Anyway, so these compilations are gonna be exclusive for members and patrons. Members here on YouTube and patrons. When I upload the next compilation, you'll know. It's gonna say, hey, this is for members only, And I think a membership costs like $1 or $2 a month, depending on where you're from. It's cheaper in some countries because YouTube, Oh, you're from a first world country, it's $2 plus tax, motherfucker. Oh, but you're from a poor country, oh, we care. We have to show the world that we care about you, so it's $1 plus taxes. So yeah, prices vary depending on where you're from, okay? And you will get access not only to the Rage compilation videos, but also to a lot of videos that I've done in the past, like the Sephira project, my visual novel, book, anime, whatever you want to call it, the story that I did. You also get access to a bunch of live streams that I've done in the past. You get access to a couple of videos that aren't available to the public. Patreon is $11 a month in Canada. $11 a month? 11 US dollars or Canadian dollars? Oh, and in Patreon, it goes by tiers. Remember that. There's like $1, $3, $5, $10. In YouTube, it's the same. There's only one tier, one membership for everybody. One for all. That's right, Unbiased Arcade. 99% of society isn't a snowflake. It's just that 1% with a lot of power. And we were just talking about this, how the government is doing this. Let's not start with conspiracy theories here. We know they're true, but nobody wants to admit it. Your money sucks in Canada? It does. I have 400 Canadian dollars cash that I brought with me 5 years ago. 5 years ago when I came back from Canada. I still have them because nobody wants to buy them, or the people who want to buy them, they're offering me this low price for them, So yeah, Canadians, your money sucks. You can make more membership tiers in YouTube though. No. One for all. Because I do tiers on Patreon because the whole point of Patreon is to support me. Especially because YouTube has been fucking me for years, you know, and I'm making less and less money on YouTube every year. So Patreon is to support me financially so I can continue to make videos and I can make the videos that I want, because sometimes there's a bunch of videos that I'm like, I really want to do this and I know a lot of people are gonna love it, but it's gonna fail in views, or YouTube is gonna demonetize or it's gonna shadow ban it, you know. But I still make the fucking video because I know people on Patreon are supporting me, you know, and I can make it. That's what Patreon is for. But YouTube membership is just so you can have access to a bunch of live streams and videos that I've done in the past, and new stuff that I will put out from now on, like the Rage compilation videos. So it's just different, you know. I'm not gonna make more tiers on YouTube. It's just one for all. You pay, everybody pays the same, they get everything. Bread and circuses. If you have a Spanish name, Mario, are you from Spain or Latin America? Because I know what you're asking. I mean, I know what you're saying. You know, I'm Mexican and we call it like al pueblo pan y circo. That's the saying in Spanish, and it's so true. It's like, oh no, there's a lot of people out there who are getting offended, but only 1% gets offended. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if I say fuck. You're from Mexico! Dude, you should have said that yesterday. I didn't know you were from Mexico. So the game I played yesterday from you, live here on YouTube, is from a fellow Mexican. That's my first time playing a Mexican game live. Wow. Dude. So your game is Mexican. It's a Mexican, made in Mexico by Mexicans, people. You missed it? Go to my YouTube channel right now. Go to the live section. You'll see the live stream. Support this guy. He's Mexican like me. Because we are a minority. So we need support, right? I'm not kidding, man. That's great. Fuck. You should. I mean, I have played games from Latin American people. Like last time, I played one from this guy from. Where was he from? Colombia, I believe. No, like Guatemala or something, you know. But never a game from Mexicans. That's great. You should have said that. I didn't know you were from Mexico. That's awesome. I played a Mexican indie game, RPG. That's great. Sega version of Suikoden has extra content that Sony versions do not. Do you mean the first Suikoden on Sega Saturn? A lot of people don't know Suikoden is on the Sega Saturn. Because it never left Japan, that version. There's also a version for PC, for Windows 98 of Suikoden. It fucking sucks. It's bad. Don't play it. But I've never played the Suikoden Sega Saturn version. Now I'm interested, man. What extra content is there in that original version on Sega Saturn? Can you share what type of videos do the best for you? Reviews or compilations? Obviously the top 10s. That's why there's so many. Are you going to play through all the games on a console next year like you did with the Super Nintendo? Maybe, yeah. I've been thinking about the Genesis maybe, or Game Boy Advance. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe. Probably next year, not this year. Probably next year. Maybe I'll do a poll one of these days, on so people can decide which console. But I played every Super Nintendo game on Twitch about a year ago. You can find all of that on my second YouTube channel here, link in the description to my second YouTube channel. Yeah, maybe I'll do another console, I don't know. Crazy Boss was developed by a Venezuelan. Yeah, it was. Grandia 1 has extra content in Sega Saturn. Wasn't the remaster of Grandia based on the Sega Saturn game? Oh, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yeah, Saturn is the best one. Apparently, allegedly. Some people say it. You can play as Maria, right? Even though they didn't do as well, I love your 10 Things You Didn't Know series. Oh, thank you, man. That means a lot to me. Well, a lot of the episodes did very well. Years and years ago, my most popular is the 10 Things You Didn't Know About Chrono Cross. Because obviously I'm the biggest Chrono Cross nerd on YouTube. That video did very well. A lot of episodes did very well in views, but some of them failed miserably. And the last ones that I didn't do very well. The Tales of Exilia, that was a massive failure. And now that the remaster is out, hopefully people are watching the video, or YouTube is recommending it. I did one for Final Fantasy IX, Valkyria Chronicles, Shin Megami Tensei 3 years ago. Some did alright, you know, but most of them... I canceled the series because, yeah... you know the story. I wish I could do more, but... Saturn Vandal Hearts has multiple endings. I know that. I talked about it. I just did a review of it like 6 months ago. Probably less. Of Vandal Hearts, and I talked about the Sega Saturn version. You have to make a new game collection video. Now your collection is bigger. No, it's not. Dude, I kinda, in a sense, quit video game collecting years ago. There's nothing new. You're welcome, Leo. Appreciate that comment. What is this? Fuck. Never mind. No support on Ko-fi. Vagrant Story? I don't like it. I've given the game like 3 chances throughout my whole life. I don't fucking like it. I respect the game. The story's great. Big fan of Matsuno storytelling, you know, but I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't hate Vagrant Story. I don't hate it, no, but I don't like it. Has there ever been a character that you personally can relate with in any JRPG, and if so, whom? Not really, you know, usually I relate to some of the things they go through, but you gotta understand, I'm 40 years old. I don't look like it, I know that, but I'm 40 years old, and the 99% of JRPG characters are like teenagers, so I don't relate to them anymore. In fact, I never have, you know. I relate to some things they go through, some characters. Yeah, Nier Gestalt, the guy is in his mid-40s apparently, but his whole character development and personality is bound to his daughter, and I have no kids, so I can't relate to that. I can relate about caring so much about a family member that's sick. I've been there, you know, but not a daughter. I don't have a daughter, you know. But I guess dads with daughters that are sick and dads that are trying to save them are more easily relatable, because I have a dad myself, you know. I have a mom, you know. So, but I can't say, oh, I relate to that guy a lot. I don't have any kids. Strangely, this is bizarre. but I relate more to Kaine. Even though I'm not a girl, even though I'm not... Spoiler. You know, if you played the game, you know what kind of human being Kaine is, so let's not spoil it, you know, but I'm not that. But I can relate to someone who was kind of bullied and socially rejected when they were a kid, you know? I relate to that more, but still. It's just... It's kind of hard to relate to JRPG characters. Hey Shinji, what's up, man? Child free over here. Yeah, so... Yeah. It's kind of hard. So, like I said, you know, I relate to some things characters say sometimes, or some things they went through, but like, oh, I relate to this character a lot. No. Because, you know, they aren't 40-year-old reviewers and authors. No. I don't know. I mean, there's gotta be one, you know. But I don't know. Hey, Jerry. I'm thinking, man. I just can't... I can't find a character, you know. I can't even find another example. I don't know. Let me think of some of my favorite games, like Chrono Cross. I relate to Nikki because he's a rock star and I wanted to be a rock star. But that's it. You know? What about the Persona games? I don't know. Suikoden games. It's just... It's kind of hard for me to relate to the characters, you know. You relate a lot with Edgar Figueroa. No luck with women. Same. Same, man. And they're lilies, that's right. I can relate to Kongal from The Legend of Dragoon. Why? I don't even remember that character. When I think of The Legend of Dragoon, I think of Dart, the main character, and I think of the girls. Who fuck is Kongal? I don't even remember that guy. I relate to Rose, she's dark. Give me a character whose career was almost ruined, or pretty much ruined, by an organization because he or she fought censorship or oppression, or spoke his or her mind and got the axe. Give me a character like that and I relate to that. Oh, Kongal is the giant earth dragon. He's the huge guy who first fights you before he joins your team. I don't even remember. I beat The Legend of Dragoon 20 years ago. You relate to Faye? No. Cecile from Final Fantasy IV comes close enough? You sure about that? Well, yeah, kinda, you're right. But he's like the opposite, you know? He was a dark knight, badass, you know, and then he turns into the white hero of light. He turned against the Empire, you know, I'll give him that. Maybe that's why I play a lot of JRPG. Maybe I don't relate to a character in particular, but maybe I relate to JRPGs in general, because a lot of them are against fighting the oppressive, tyrannical people in power, you know, who will kill you for speaking your opinion about this or that. Which is exactly what's still happening nowadays. Like your old man Donald Trump didn't do shit. We're still being oppressed for thinking differently, for fighting censorship, for protecting free speech. No plans for playing Octopath 0. You know how I feel, man. I don't care about modern JRPGs, especially AA or AAA. What about Sydney in Vagrant Story? I was just saying that I don't like Vagrant Story, so I don't even know who that is. Dr. Octavius? Who's that? I relate to George Orwell. I relate to that guy. You know? He saw it coming. He wrote a book about what's happening nowadays. This song is from Berwick Saga. I don't even... It doesn't sound like it belongs to Berwick Saga, but it is from Berwick Saga. I knew it. I fucking knew it. It only plays in one map. And it's an optional map, and it's a super hard as fuck optional map. You have these 5 dragons that can fly around the whole battlefield, and if you enter their extremely large and long range, you get fucked in the ass. Really, this fucking game, man. This is the hardest. Maze from Thousand Arms. Do you honestly believe I relate to a character like that? What's the one game you play at least once every year? Yeah, you ask the same question, and I always tell you the same: none. I don't have time for that. Since I became a video game reviewer, I gave that up. I used to do that, you know, some of the Suikoden games, Chrono Cross, Valkyrie 2, any Grow Lancer game, you know, but nowadays, I can't. I don't have the luxury of replaying my favorite games once a year. Or once never, you know. Sometimes I play them live, but only for like 2 hours. Like I've done live streams of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, you know, but I only play for like 4 hours, you know. And I hadn't played, before that I hadn't played the game in years. So, Aztec Forgotten Gods, never heard of it. Well, that's interesting, but it's a AAA. I know another game from Mexico, and I was in touch with them when they were developing it. They sent me a beta version of it. That was like 2-3 years ago. I don't remember the name of the game, but it was inspired by Super Mario RPG. In terms of combat and gameplay, it was isometric. The combat was like pretty similar, and it was Mexican. And I remember back then I couldn't play games on Steam, so I was like, hey, can you send me when the game is done, can you send me like a review code for any console? And they were like, oh no, we can't, because the console versions are being handled by this company. Okay, man. I'm a fellow Mexican, I wanted to play your game from a fellow Mexican and recommend it, but if you don't want to, then fuck you. So I don't even remember the name of the studio. Maybe they didn't like me, you know, maybe they were like, fuck this guy, you know, like, I don't like Erick Landon, so, oh no, sorry, I can't. Okay, fuck you, then. I hope your game fails. Failed. It was released like 2 years ago. I don't remember the name of the game. Ah, God, well, I don't remember. Ash, okay. Do you only go for more completion when it's tied to a true ending? Oh yeah, which is exactly what I've been doing with a certain JRPG that I'm about to review in 5 days. Not the one that I'll upload in 2 days, that's a different game. But I also did both routes and endings of that game. But the JRPG that I'm currently playing, but I'm about to abandon because now I'm on the final route and it feels like a post-game. Like it's super stupidly hard and I'm like, no thanks, I'm fine with the 4 routes and endings that I just did. I'll put out a video next Friday, you know, a top 10 and you'll see me. But yeah, sometimes I do that. That I do nowadays, sometimes, depending on the game. I did it with Ender Lilies! Ender Lilies, what better example? You know, I did everything in that fucking game. But Ender Lilies, and I did a rant about it. A review. It was number 1 in a top 10, and then a rant. The rant is on my second channel. I think I posted it last week. It's a rant. It's a great game, man, but yeah. It's not really an RPG though. Better story, Xenoblade 2 or 3? Well, I wish I could say 3, but it's politicized, so no. It was censored. 1. Which is also kind of censored, you know. All the Xenoblade games are censored as fuck, so. I haven't seen that question in a long time. For years, everybody was asking me about those 2 fucking games, man. I don't play woke games, dude. And before you ask, what's woke about them? We'll go to my blacklist. Website, description, link to it, the blacklist. They're there. Will there be more Rage Quit videos? No. Weren't you here when I was I'm sure you were here, or no? Well, I was just talking about the Rage situation here on YouTube, and it's gotten so much worse that my Rage compilation video was demonetized, so I don't see the point of making Rage Quit videos anymore. It's over, sadly. No, I have never played Momodora. Never. I don't like cute art. Ender Lilies is an exception. I don't like cute art. Give me a Metroidvania with a sexy woman, not a girl. Majin Tensei music, huh? This is from Majin Tensei. Composer is Hidehito Aoki. It says right there, Devil Dance, right? This is this fucking game. I don't know. Maybe I'll like Momodora, you know, but I'm not really into chibi or cute art style, you know. And Ender Lilies is just the girl. Everybody else looks adult. You always wear black color. Must be your favorite color. Yeah. It is. 58 people? Alright. This is a great moment to do... Wait a second. Show this again. To promote this again. So if you guys go to my website, right now, link in the description to my website, or you can see it right here, you know. And there's some new stuff, you know. I've been adding this, I don't even know how to call it in English. I know the name in Spanish for this, you know. Well, this, you know, I've been adding this, you know. It's like a detailed extension of my RPG score section, which is right here, you know. And there's also this. Support this damn website, you know, so you can support me. Though advertising these types of websites never works on my Q&As for some goddamn reason. Nobody fucking cares. Alright. Continue not caring, everybody, you know. And then one day I'll just disappear from YouTube. And why? Oh, because my fans never supported me. But no, I mean, look at this, and yeah, I'll be doing this. I'm gonna be doing these posts every day. You know, 1 post per day. I started with Chrono Cross, you know. And it says here, click on the video, you know, to watch the review. It's here. Here's the review of Valkyrie Profile 2, Crow Lancer 5, Suikoden 5. Well, it's not a review, but, you know, there's a video, you know, related to the game I'm ranking, you know. Score 9.4. So, yeah. Make sure to visit my website. I'll be posting every day, you know. I'll be doing these posts. every day from now on, okay? But if you want the super short version, just go to the RPG scores section, and you can see all of them. There's over 500 RPGs ranked here, all of these motherfuckers. Including the likes of East Strategy, which has its own review here. Dragon Quest Swords, Baroque, Resonance of Fate. Yeah, so you get the idea, right? There you have it. Hey, Brian. I checked out your website a few times before because of your... Oh, you mean my website, but not the ones on... Not Patreon or Ko-fi. You haven't checked those, have you? Yes, that's a very good price. I loved Frontier Hunter, man. That's a great price for it. Buy it. I love this music, man. Oh shit. What print is that on your sweater? I don't know if you recognize these characters or this art. It's basically Death Note. Death Note. My brother gave it to me, you know. I'm not that big of a fan of Death Note. No Mexican RPGs. A lot of Mexican studios are mobile. There are some Mexican RPGs. I just played that last night. Here, live on YouTube. It's called Deathbound Descent. But there's barely any. Yeah, you're right. And most of the Mexican studios who do games, they do mobile games. In fact, I had a friend who actually invited me to work on a game. It wasn't gonna be mobile, you know, but I know for a fact that he has made some mobile games. And I was like, dude, when are you going to make an actual normal video game for, at least for Steam, you know? And he wanted to work together, you know, but, you know, life happened, shit happened, and it just didn't work. No super chats have been today. What was the YouTuber somebody mentioned? I think it was Ryan. Mentioned a YouTuber that leaves when he doesn't get enough super... I'm leaving. I'm gonna be like that guy. There's only been one super chat today. You know, it was a pretty good one by Vitamax. But Vitamax is a strong supporter. You know, no super chats, I'm leaving. I'm gonna be like that guy. I don't know, maybe I'll get more viewers if I start doing that. Yeah. Oh, even Brian knows it, right? That guy really leaves? If not enough super chat. Oh, how many super chats have I gotten today? Oh, 0? And he leaves? Seen any anime lately? No, well, the last one that I watched was Toko. And it was only one season, but it was cancelled. It came out like in 2009, I believe, or 2008. Good anime, great fan service, good anime, but it's disappointing that they canceled it. And there's only one season. And the season ends with a very rushed ending and a cliffhanger. So it's like, it's one of those. And then many, like 20 years ago, I watched one called Daughters of Mnemosyne. And I rewatched it again because I remember it had a lot of fan service. But the main characters are lesbians, and I was like, oh no. Years ago, you know, I wouldn't have mind, but nowadays it's like, oh, I'm not watching this anymore. But if you want to watch it, it's got great fan service. And blood and gore and shit. Well, that was the last one, you know, before I moved on to other TV shows. I've been watching the original Law and Order from the 90s. the first season, you know. Take care on Biased Arcade. Hunter x Hunter. I liked This Way Madness Lies, but it's not that great of a game. The story is fucking stupid. And you can tell it's an American game because it's got diversity. But the music is amazing, the graphics are amazing, and the combat is amazing. So yeah, give it a chance, you know. But it's not, it's like an... In my blog, I gave it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is basically the equivalent of 7.5 Metacritic. You know, around that, I don't know. So, yeah. It's an okay game, just bad story. The humor is also kind of like, eh. Have you played Tunic? No? What's that? Tunic? You know, I played a demo this week. I'm a huge fan of Little Nightmares. You guys know that, you know? Die Hard. Little Nightmares, the first one, is one of my favorite games of all time. Top 10. It's even way above several JRPGs. Little Nightmares 2, amazing game. I love it. Not as much the first one, but I think it's a fantastic game. And then the same studio, Tizer Studios, they quit Bandai Namco, who is the owner of the name Little Nightmares. They own the IP to make their own game because fuck Namco. Fucking Bandai Namco is a terrible company nowadays, so they left. And they did a spiritual successor called Reanimal. The demo of Reanimal can be played right now on Steam, PlayStation 5, 4, Switch, anywhere. It's fucking amazing. If you like Little Nightmares, play that. It's the real Little Nightmares 3. Because I know a game called Little Nightmares 3 by Bandai Namco came out like a month ago. I don't care about it. Reanimal is a real Little Nightmares 3, and you owe it to yourself. I love the demo. I'm not advertising anything. They didn't pay me, you know. I just love the studio. I love the developer, and the demo is like 40 minutes long, and it's like, wow, this is amazing. Love it. Reanimal. Is Lugia 2 a game for your average? Sometimes I feel like you need to improve your English, Donsk. I know you're Latin American, but come on. Tunic is a Zelda clone. Oh, I'm not into Zelda games, so. Wanna trade countries? You're sick of the snow. We got 3 feet in 16 hours 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I don't know if I want to trade countries because your government is just as bad as mine nowadays, so it's like the same country. But I would prefer... I lived in Canada for a year and a half, and I prefer the climate in there than the one in here in Mexico. In here, it's just fucking terrible. It's terrible. It's hot 80% of the year, and we only get like 20% of cold, if you can even call it cold. And it's just horrible, you know. Canada is worse? No, it's not. It's not. I prefer the Canadian weather. What are we listening to? I don't reckon. God Eater 3? Okay. I guess Donsk was trying to ask me about Lufia 2. Is it a game for beginners or for average JRPG players? It is. It's not hard. It's not that grindy. There's a lot of nerve-wracking puzzles though. You could go for some warmth. You have no idea what you're saying. You come to this country, you melt. Lufia 2 better than 1 when it comes to random encounters. Lufia 2 better than 1 in everything, when it comes to everything. Well, I don't see any super chat, so I'm leaving. I'm gonna change my username to Erick Darkfield or whatever from now on. No super chats, why even bother appearing live? No money, no support, what do you think I work for free? Is it dry or humid in Mexico? It's a combination of both constantly. People get sick a lot here. I get sick a lot, you know, because of that. You guys... Well, I'll give you this. Maybe some states in Mexico are not that bad, but the one I live in is terrible. The weather is terrible, and it's the second most populated state in the whole country. In the whole state, it's like 10 million or something people, you know. Yeah, I know cities like New York, Tokyo are far worse, London, you know, but it's bad. It's super populated here and polluted, so the weather is horrendous. It's bad, the weather is bad. It's just bad, bad weather. Bad, terrible weather here. Horrible. Yeah, Guadalajara. Yeah, that city that's infamous for the cartels. I know that. I know. Like that one city, everybody, whenever people think of the city, oh, cartels, cartels, cartels. Yeah, I know. Thanks. I know. Stereotypes. We also have our own stereotypes about your cities. Don't worry. We think of Los Angeles, oh, it's the transsexual city. I know, we know that. Jokes on you, huh? Oh yeah, that's my... No bigger cartel than YouTube. That's right. So visit my blog, you know. Visit the vlog, people. Well, I closed it. What am I doing here? Oh my god. Yeah, meanwhile, in the meantime, I'll keep dealing with the YouTube cartel. Now I'm gonna be demonetized because I said that. Oh, by the way, the Q&A live streams playlist is now from newest to oldest. There were some complaints that for many years, you know, the playlist was from oldest to newest. And now, because there's over like, I think there was like 100 and something, you know, 150 Q&A, so it was about time, about fucking time I changed it backwards. So if you missed a Q&A or you want to watch it from the beginning, you know, you can go to the playlist section of my channel, and the Q&As are now from newest to oldest, right? Where is Armed Fantasia? Penny Blood and the Capy, I don't even know what that is, but I know the first two. From what I know, they haven't gotten a decent publisher. Maybe because most of the publishers are like, oh, is your game inclusive? No, then I'm not publishing it. Maybe that's why. Armed Fantasia and Penny Blood, or maybe they're still developing, I don't even know. Nobody knows what's going on with those games. It's just speculation at this point. Thank you, Leo. Appreciate that. Deca Police, isn't that gonna be from level 5? Dude, level 5 went woke. I don't care about Deca Police anymore. Do you still not read YouTube comments? No, I don't. I gave up like 6 years ago. And people have told me that ever since I stopped reading them, the comment section improved a little. Because now what haters want and trolls is to ruin your fucking life and mood and destroy your feelings. And once you realize you don't give a shit and you're not even reading the comments anymore, they leave, they disappear, and they go to Reddit. So no, I don't read comments anymore. If I start reading them, then those people are gonna come back. So if you could have one RPG get a sequel that's never going to get one, what would it be and what would you want out of it? I want a direct sequel to Radiata Stories. No political bullshit, please. It's impossible. It's never gonna come true. Because who owns the rights? Square Enix. Maybe I want a Grow Lancer 7. How about that? That's my answer. A Grow Lancer 7, but it's owned by Atlus. I know Sudeki for the original Xbox. That's a sexy game. It's not that great of a game though. It's okay at best. Silver for Dreamcast, I've never heard about it. But I will. After the stream is over. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. Take care. Visit my website, link in the description below. And, well, that's it.